This is On Air with JP. On today's show, it's 100 degrees and some companies are already going pumpkin spice crazy. The fortune cookie said it, and I believed it. Got the Nitty Gritty coming up. I'm Just Wonderin. A cool story about a message in a bottle and good people doing good things. So let's get to it. It's 100 degrees and it's hot in a lot of places across the country. And some companies just can't wait. They just can't wait. And I am not a hater of this at all. In fact, it's one of my favorites. But we're way too early for pumpkin spice. Way too early. Can we not continue to go with like watermelons and berry flavored stuff in the heat? You got to start cramming the pumpkin spice down our throats already. Starbucks, go figure. They're on it. Now, this is a first, and I don't think this is going to fly, but I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong in the past, which is kind of a shock. 7-Eleven. I know we don't have any 7-Elevens around here, but for the first time ever, their iconic Slurpee is going to have a pumpkin spice flavor. That doesn't sound good at all. Only going to be available in a handful of places like Texas and California, New York, Ohio. International Delight, that is one that I can stick with and say, you know what, that's a year round. You can go with that. So if people want to make their own, they can do their own at home. Pumpkin spice, thanks to International Delight. Dunkin's going to have it as well. And we are a little bit too early. I'm going to stick with my watermelon, and I will wait until it chills out before I get into the pumpkin spice activities. Man, I need to get better at trusting signs and following my own rules. One of my rules is, well, it's in the tagline of you can't win if you don't play. There's been a couple of times that fortune cookies have kind of said to me, you should go play lottery. Go do it. And that's just what a North Carolina man did. They were out, he and his wife were out. They had Chinese food. He said, I got a fortune that said, don't miss out on your chance to win big. Trinity, North Carolina resident John Carter and his wife. So he decided the cookie was telling him, go buy lottery tickets. He did. He won $200,000. $200,000 off the $5 pot o' gold. Man, how many times has the lottery ticket said, go spend money on something? And I've done that, but never have I been a $200,000 winner on anything. He said he started seeing 0, 0, 0, and he thought, oh, this has got to be a dream. What's he going to do? Pay off some bills and buy a boat so he can go fishing. Maybe if you want to really invest that money, go eat more Chinese food. Sometimes it's amazing to me how little people use their brains. An Illinois man threatened to shoot Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes while they were guests during his show at Arrowhead Stadium Friday night. He was arrested on a Class E felony for making a terrorist threat in the second degree. Aaron Brown was at the show with his girlfriend. He thought, I'm going to jump on social media. Wallen's concert was delayed by 40 minutes as officers attempted to locate and arrest him. He had posted on Twitter. Cops caught up with him. He said, oh, it was a stupid mistake. No kidding. Come on. He was released Saturday night after posting a $15,000 bond. Use your brains, people. In April of this year, people were all frenzied in Vegas thinking that Morgan Wallen was going to open up a restaurant. Not going to happen. Jason Aldean's doing it. Now, this location will be on the 63rd floor of 3716 Las Vegas Boulevard on the Strip. Almost a $10 million project occupying 10,000 square feet. Jason Aldean's This Bar and Tennessee Kitchen will open up in Vegas following Pittsburgh, which opened up earlier this year, Gatlinburg, and Nashville. And that is the Nitty Gritty. 105 The Hawk, I'm JP, and I'm just wondering, what food gets a pass on the 5-second rule? Reason I ask, dinner yesterday at my place. My roommate was like, hey, I'm going to slow cook some ribs while I go golf. Okay. So we went and golfed 18. Ribs were slow cooking. I did up some diced potatoes. We had some vegetables. I was in the process of taking the ribs out of the oven to lather them up with a nice base. And as he was putting the ribs back into the microwave to broil them for a few minutes, ribs slipped off the tray onto the floor. I just looked at it and I went, oh, no. No worries. No worries. We just mopped the floor the other day. Picked the ribs up and I'm looking at him like, oh, come on. And he looks at me and he goes, what's your motto? All right, the human body has consumed worse. You're right. So dabbed the ribs off, relayered the barbecue sauce, broiled them. They were fine. It got a pass on the 5-second rule. So what about you on our Facebook page? Go ahead and answer. John says, no 5-second rule if it can be washed off. All right. I like that. Mary says all of it. If it hits the floor, I'm not eating it. Sarah, depends on how sticky it is and how much junk is on the floor. Heather says, as far as what food gets a pass on the 5-second rule, she says the kind that drops on the floor. Ivan, this was kind of us last night. Depends on how much it costs. If it was a raisin, I'm going to throw it away. But 12-ounce New York strip with the works, I'll eat that thing right off the floor. Fruit, yeah, fruit's not one I'm going to pick up either, Rhonda. Good one. Danny Hansen with the best answer of all, soup. There's no 5-second rule for soup as well. Answer on our Facebook page at 105 The Hawk. What food gets a pass on the 5-second rule? I'm JP. I'm just wondering. How cool would it be to find a message in a bottle if you're strolling along a beach? It's what happened to Amy Smith Murphy. She was strolling Inlet State Park near Ocean City, New Jersey over the 4th of July weekend. She discovered a kind of an older-looking green corked bottle. She went and picked it up. Inside was a business card from 1876 along with a handwritten note. 1876. She said she believes the bottle, which bears the words Bar and Brother Philadelphia, was a business from the mid-1800s, was tossed in the water about 146 years ago. 10 years before a message holding bottle was found in Australia back in 2018 that currently holds the Guinness World Record. So she has already sent the bottle off to be vetted by Guinness World Records. 146 years. So that would be kind of cool. She said one of the papers inside the bottle appeared to be a business for W.G. and J. Clem, which was a pair of brothers, William and John Clem, who ran a gentleman's furnishing good company in Philadelphia until 1881. So a couple of really unique things in there. She says, I really like the mystery and I love the research, and to be able to be connected to people from so long ago in this way is pretty cool. Yeah, 146 years. Apparently there was some work done in and around that beach area that experts believe may have allowed the bottle to kind of come unattached to the sea bottom right in that area. Still kind of cool. From 1876. Cool find. I'd like to be a part of that. So many times in good people doing good things, it just happens to be the right people at the right place at the right time. Good fortune for everybody involved, and that's what this story is. An extraordinary rescue, a dog named Ellie. Ellie was discovered swimming about 1.5 miles off Fort Myers Beach. The rescue happened during a dinner cruise where the captain of the boat and some other people noticed that there was a dog swimming in between Fort Myers Beach and Lighthouse Beach on Sanibel. Terry Johns, who's the captain, among many others, spotted the dog. They figured out how to get the dog onto the dinner cruise. Ellie was the name of the dog, or is. They had no idea how long she was out there or how she ended up so far from shore. Apparently, the tide is pretty strong. Currents are pretty strong. So probably drug her out to sea that way. Well, what happens is she fell off a boat. Her owners, Ellie's owners, who were contacted after a couple of different instances, they said they were playing with her on their boat, and when they were navigating under a bridge, Ellie's owner said that he stopped to pay attention to traffic, and after a couple of moments, they were like, the dog's no longer on the boat. So they went in a zigzag pattern for hours until their boat ran out of fuel. So a good 15, 16, 17 hours, Ellie was dog paddling in the waters. Now, they were able to get Ellie and her owners reunited, the Bakers, which is crazy. A dog's desire to dog paddle forever. Whew. And again, good people doing good things, just people in the right place at the right time to get Ellie back to her owners. And that is good people doing good things. Thanks for listening, and get the full show with your favorite songs and artists each weekday between 2 and 7 on 105 The Hawk.